anti-wellness wankering, I don't really want to say naturopaths, but we're going to say naturopaths, but other people that promote, let's just say, hair strand tests and saliva tests and any other, even IgA tests, anything around intolerance tests and the absolute ridiculousness of them. It's really common for people to get things like egg allergies, a whole list of shit saying you can't have this, you can't have dairy, you can't have gluten, the two main things that get targeted. But one thing you need to realize is that the dangers of relying on these these tests for dietary decisions, number one, is if you already are coming into this, which is the majority of people, like the majority of people who do these tests are people that want to improve their health. And a majority of people are people that already have restricted diets, restricted mentalities around diets, food, like disordered eating around food. And all cutting out more foods is going to do is, number one, make it really freaking hard for you to stay consistent. Two, make it hard for you to sustain this lifestyle. Number three, make it hard for you to find any sustenance, any momentum in this, and then think that it's too hard. But the biggest one is it's really reinforcing a disordered relationship with food, adding in more restrictions, and if anything, a lot more gut issues, which if you listen to my podcast with Gab Fundero, which I recommend you go back to, there is nothing more detrimental to gut health than an overly stressed body and an overly stressed mind, or even just an overly stressed mind, even if your body's not stressed out, because your mind dictates so much more. You can even be stressed out about a food that you're going to eat and cause a heap of intolerances around that food because of your perception of that food. But back to what this test actually tests, it tests what you eat most frequently. So if you eat eggs all of the friggin' time, then what is it going to show? It's going to show that you're intolerant to eggs. Now, granted, there are probably some things that it might pick up that you're intolerant to, but the best way to figure out your intolerances isn't even going to a gastro specialist to do a colonoscopy or endoscopy, whatever they're called. Like, even those aren't very accurate all that much. When I got mine done ages ago, the greatest cause of any one of those intolerances that I had is actually stress, once again. The only thing that you can reliably test for is celiac disease, to see if you have an allergy to gluten. For anything else, to figure out your intolerances, you need to pick one thing at a time, take it out for a while, and see if your body responds in a favorable manner. You can't take out a million things and then be like, okay, I took out a million things. I wonder which one of these million things that I'm intolerant to. So that's probably where I will park that argument. Do you have anything else to say about the scientific basis or lack thereof behind these tests? And can you also explain the difference between allergies, sensitivities, and intolerance?